exciting.
Ooh.
And I have this might be the one that might get all three in the same one. I have a feeling.
Yeah. Let's do it on three at the same time. After three.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Tampa Bay
Slytherin.
Lightning. Tampa Bay. Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, can we restart that?
Okay.
You're listening to a hockey podcast where we talk about ice hockey and stuff. Yeah. Woo.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Jeremy, again hosting this hockey pod. We are back. This is the second of the pre-recorded episodes for the August off-season because, you know, we're stars for content, right? Well, as always, I'm joined by Channelle and Molly. How are you guys doing?
Woo! It's a party over here.
All loving life. So, today we are going through and using the sorting hat and putting each NHL team into their own Hogwarts House. Now, before we get started, I think we need to get something out of the way, and that's what is each of our favourite Harry Potter films, not books, because I'm the heathen here. I've never read the books because I grew up in a religious household who hated witchcraft. So, but I've seen the films.
You never went to school.
Drunk at Christmas. I never went to school. What? I think I'm educated.
You never learned how to read. It's a joke.
University was a chore. So, Channelle, what's your favourite Harry Potter film?
Okay, so every year I rewatch the Harry Potters, the franchise, every October, every year, in order. It's a whole thing. It's 2 days. It's great. It's fun. And every time I find myself saying, oh, this is my favorite film. And the next one comes on. I'm like, oh, no, it's this one. Oh, no, it's this one. I think I've come to the conclusion finally that the very last Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is my favorite. A couple of reasons. One, I am a horror fan. It's my one and favorite genre out of all of them. It rules them all for me. And I feel like the Deathly Hallows series is very creepy and very adult compared to the other films, because obviously the idea for the Harry Potter franchise was to grow up with the audience, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just loved it. I just loved the whole feel. The story was great. It was perfect. Nearly.
What wasn't perfect?
What wasn't perfect? The epilogue. No, like, you're right. That's exactly what was wrong, in my opinion. So there you go.
Well, before we go on to Molly, because she's got a very special
story
behind her choice. Yes.
Tell me yours, Jeremy. Tell me.
I'm just going to go basic bitch right here and say Goblet of Fire, because that's the sporty one, right? And I like it. that's my basis of it. I've only ever seen these either very tipsy or pure drunk, so I cannot comment much on this one. Molly,
it was a good one, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's the most like standalone watchable one in my hazy recollection. So I think that's why I chose it, because the first two, even in my knowledge, again, are aged a bit too much for my liking.
Oh.
I will watch them on.
Okay, so tell me, Jeremy, what number is Goblet of Fire then? 5.
No,
it's the 4th one.
Oh,
it's the 4th one. Honey.
I was so confident.
You're so confident.
Mate, if you don't know, at least pretend you know. All right. So, anyway, the Philosopher's Stone and the one after that one. Those are the first two, right?
And the one after that one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You are formidable, good sir.
Mate, we're setting the audience up for my Harry Potter knowledge right here, okay?
It's yeah. Honestly, we're going to make these Harry Potter jokes and Jeremy's just going to be there like, I'm having a great time.
I'm genuinely meeting my microphone at some points, probably. Because I have nothing to do with this. But yeah, the first two have aged a little bit for my liking. Anyway, Molly, explain. Explain, goddammit.
Okay, it's a coinky dink. You like the Goblet of Fire because that is obviously my favourite as well. But because I'm actually in it for 2 whole seconds of screen time, 9-year-old Molly is in the Yule Ball scene. So, of course, it has to be my favourite because that is the film that made me a movie star.
IMDb credits for sure.
Oh, no, I don't have an IMDb credit. I'm not even in the credits because it's the company that I was hired with. I want to say, but then people will try and Google Molly Harry Potter, and then they'll be like, "There's no person called Molly in Harry Potter in the Goblet of Fire." No, I will send you the screenshot of me so you can post it on the Twitter and just be like, "Yeah, that's right. She plays the bassoon now."
Please do that.
I was about to say, what were you doing?
I'm gonna write it down because I will forget.
So we got Molly playing for bassoon in Goblet of Fire. I think that's the best reason that we're gonna get.
Yeah. And, although I've got to admit, in terms of watching films, I do prefer the third one because I love the direction. I love the color, the cinematography. Mwah, chef kiss, beautiful. Why could I not be in that one?
That's my number 2, Molly.
I want to get too picky.
I know, I'm being picky now, aren't I? She thinks she's in one film and then she thinks she owns all of the films.
How long did it take to film it?
I was off school for 7 days. We started filming at 6 in the morning and we finished filming at 7 for one scene, and it's because Daniel Radcliffe cannot dance.
Yay! Fun stuff. You hear that, guys? We're recording with a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's why.
Hold your questions. We will be selling signatures, some autographs.
Hey, I'm actually Hannah Montana. Takes off my wig. Miley.
So we thought it was appropriate to sort the NHL teams into their Hogwarts house, since I feel like each team has their own personality. I don't know, like it's a good idea, is it not?
I thought so. I don't know what I'm doing, but I agree.
It's going to be interesting to see where where Jeremy slots everything in.
It's a very different person there, yeah.
Very different. All right, should we get sorting?
I think, yeah. How do you want to do this? Do we want to go team by team or house by house?
Yeah, let's go team by team.
Okay.
Team by team.
I haven't done this alphabetically. This will be fun.
You give us a team, we'll tell you where we sort it.
All right, yes. I'm going to sort by how I've done it. So I'm going to... No rhyme or reason to these team names. All right, Buffalo.
Why are we starting with Buffalo?
So there's no rhyme or reason.
Buffalo. Hufflepuff.
Okay, and what?
Interesting. I put Buffalo in Gryffindor.
Okay, well, I put them in Hufflepuff as well. So
yes,
that's 2v1.
I think we don't have to explain ours, but maybe why? What?
Yeah, why Gryffindor?
Okay. So I'm getting a little bit Harry Potter nerdy here, but okay, the first film or the first book, Philosopher's Stone, Sorcerer's Stone, whatever country you're from, whatever it is, I put Buffalo in Gryffindor because Buffalo is Neville Longbottom. You don't think much of him to begin with.
Okay.
He has a freaking remember-all, you know? He can't remember anything. He's losing all the time, but they have a strong heart. A heart of a lion.
Okay.
See, I put them in Hufflepuff because they lose all the time and they're just a pushover. So
hey, that's not all about Hufflepuffs, though.
As I said, it's an outsider's view of it, and that's what I see.
That's true. It's an outsider's view because I put them in Hufflepuff because they have low self-esteem and they're naive and they lack ambition.
I mean, but true.
Hey, but I also put them there because I think they are honest about their terribleness and they are dedicated to their fans, which is true. So there are positives.
Sports is something different. I will give them that.
Yeah,
I did pause for that reason, but I couldn't do anything.
But they do come out fighting when they want to come out fighting. You know, that 13 win streak they had set Gryffindor apart.
Yeah, but what was that losing streak they had?
You know what? We don't need that negative fanny ass attitude, Jeremy.
No, but that's actually why I put them in Hufflepuff was because of that win. Like they have a dedication. But yeah, it's interesting. Okay, next team, Jeremy.
Okay, rattling through these ones. We are going to the West Coast, the Anaheim Ducks. Channelle.
Hufflepuff.
We have the Ducks. Me too.
Yeah, I put Anaheim and Hufflepuff as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. That
But
means
I'm sure it's for different. I think it's for different reasons.
For the Harry Potter nerds reason, and then the normie reasons. Molly, why?
So Hufflepuff for me is a house where anyone who's in that house is a friendly persona. They bake you cookies. It smells like home. They have nice cozy socks and scarves and pumpkin spice lattes. And Anaheim, the Ducks are based on a childhood movie. So they play off that like nostalgia and kind of like homely feeling, which is why I put them in Hufflepuff.
I love that reasoning.
Yeah.
I did something similar. I just based it on the name. I was like, duck. That sounds like a Hufflepuff thing.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Hufflepuff's a badger.
Yeah, but as in like that sort of grouping. I'm not saying a duck's a fucking badger.
Are you sure?
I'm 90% sure now.
Okay, yeah. Now you're 90% sure. I didn't really have a good reason, to be honest. They give me Hufflepuff
Sounds
vibes.
like a Jeremy reason right there.
Well, actually, it's kind of leaning towards Molly because the vibes they give off are exactly how Molly portrayed them.
Mine was a vibe.
Yours too. Yeah, you just said it differently. Exactly. It's a vibe. Everyone, Hufflepuff for the vibes.
All right. So the vibe of the Ducks are in Hufflepuff. We'll stay on the West Coast and we'll go a bit north to LA's north of Anaheim, right? I am getting that correct.
I don't know why you're asking me.
We're going to go with it.
I live in
north of Anaheim is LA. Channelle, where have you put the LA Kings?
I actually put them in Gryffindor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can already think of a reason why, and I should have thought about that already. Molly, where have you put them?
Kings. This was difficult for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Because I was like, I'd put Kings in Hufflepuff because they're kind of like a nostalgia team as well. But then I was like, but I don't like them. And I don't. So it's been difficult. It's been very difficult, lemon difficult. So I actually just put them in Slytherin because they want the cup. They want to win and they don't mind getting down and dirty to do it.
I agree with Molly on this one. I put them in Slytherin as well.
Wow.
Because of the same reason. I obviously hate the LA Kings. There is a rivalry that will never go away, no matter what Vegas decides to do. They will always be the original Shark sort of rivalry right there. And yeah, I just don't like them. So I put them in Slytherin. What are you going to do about it? Not much. Channelle, what's your reasoning?
Yeah, for me, exactly the same reason. I put them in Gryffindor because they have won a decent amount of, finals and the cup in general. Mm-hmm. And they are loved, despite our own biases, they are loved by a ridiculous amount of people. They have a huge fan base.
They got a street fashion. They are street fashion. They
are. They really are.
They got a fan base from that. So I understand that idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But how many Lady Bings have they won?
Well, that's
negative 100.
LA, what I was trying to say is that I do not mind changing my mind. I agree now after listening to your reasonings as to why they would rather that they would be in Slytherin.
We don't have to agree. That is
no. I know.
Disagree.
Yeah.
I don't care about you guys. No offense, but
all right.
I personally want to put them in Slytherin.
Have fun editing this.
What I meant to say is I don't care about your opinion on this particular team.
I'm gonna grab that. I don't care about your opinion.
That should be the one quote at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I was also in support of Channelle as well. On one of their logos, they do have a lion, so it does make sense just on a iconography basis.
That too.
There we go. But that is 2 in Slytherin and 1 in Gryffindor for the Kings.
Woo! At least we seem to be all on the same page that people who have won the cup most likely are Gryffindor or Slytherin, depending on how their personality really comes out.
I was about to say, I think at least 2 of us seem to agree on each one.
Oh no, Molly, I've already worried.
No.
Oh no.
Maybe she doesn't agree. All right, move on to the next one. Let's do it.
Okay. All the way back east now, we are going to Titletown, Tampa Bay Lightning. And I have a this might be the one that might get all three in the same one. I have a feeling.
Yeah. Let's do it on three at the same time. After three.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Tampa Bay
Slytherin.
Lightning. Tampa Bay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, can we restart that?
Okay. Okay, that's going at the start.
1, 2, 3. Gryffindor. Nope. So we do not agree.
Okay, we do not agree.
I didn't hear you, Molly. What did you say?
I was laughing too hard, but I said Ravenclaw.
Oh, this is the one we all disagree. Okay. All right, Molly, explain yourself. Or not. That is absolutely fine as well.
Okay, yes, I will explain myself. I was just getting my thoughts in order. My ducks in a row.
Oh, God, it's going to be a mess.
So, Tampa Bay Lightning. They don't have that nostalgia trait that the Hufflepuffians normally have. They don't have that fierce Gryffindor bravery, but they're not sneaky snakes like the Slytherins. And I thought they're actually just kind of clever on how they won the Stanley Cup this year, bringing back, having Kucherov just slide on in there. They play smart. They don't play hard, they play smart, which is why they go in a Ravenclaw for me.
See, I was 50-50 on Ravenclaw and Slytherin for that exact reason on both sides of the aisle. So I put them in Slytherin just because of how people perceive the sneaky sneak, the sneaky snack. So I thought, let's put them in Slytherin for now because they seem to be, obviously, whoever wins the cup, everyone hates anyway, right? The other teams are all jealous. But the people seem to be really angry about this salary cap. Very legal, not even circumvention. It was just not injured in the playoffs. Which has happened before, but everyone seems to forget that the Blackhawks are also a bit sneaky snack. So yeah, that's why I put them in the slivers. The slivers.
You see, I did have Ravenclaw, but I did have in brackets Kucherov being a Slytherin.
Well, there we go. We can kind of agree on the basis, right?
Okay, well then, except for me, I definitely think unequivocally Gryffindor because they clearly have. One of the traits for a Gryffindor has to be courage, right? They're very courageous. They are not scared to try different things, show bravery in basically everything they can do, and they are daring. They push through. They are a little sassy, but not as sassy as a Slytherin. If you know what I mean. And also their weaknesses are exactly what a Gryffindor's weakness would be, in my opinion. They're very hot-headed. They're very reckless, and they're extremely arrogant. That's basically it. That's exactly how I see them. I think that you're seeing the weaknesses in the wrong way because Gryffindor has them, and it's literally Tampa. But that's my reason.
Okay. I do not understand any of that, but okay.
I understand you, Channelle.
Thank you. Gosh.
All right. Next up, we're going north of the border. Who could it be? But the nation's capital, the Ottawa Senators. Where are they, Molly?
I had such a hard time with Ottawa. I really did.
You did.
I really did. They don't really have anything to go on. There's nothing there. If they were a spice, they would be flour.
Okay.
But also
they're a muggle.
They would be a muggle, yes. But for me, Ottawa is a little special because it's where I saw my first NHL game. It's where I saw them play the Canes, where I saw them play the Leafs. I have good memories of Ottawa Senators. Mm-hmm. And also, their stadium is really fucking far away. And we don't know where Hufflepuff's dorm room is. Therefore, they're in Hufflepuff.
That's a good point. Wow, you find some really good points there.
You went deep cut on that one.
You went deep, yeah. I appreciate it too.
Painkillers have been my friend.
For creativity.
Opened
calmness.
My fourth eye.
Ravenclaw for me.
Okay.
I put them in Ravenclaw because I grew up watching the Sens. Being a Canadian and having a hockey family, we watched every game possible, including every Canadian team. So watching the Ottawa Sens, I do think that I think the team's smart. I think the management's stupid.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I
think-
was going to say, why did you put him in Ravenclaw if the management's so fucking
Yep.
dumb?
Interesting way of doing it.
I'm saying that the team, like the players, they give off Ravenclaw vibes because I do think they're smart. I think they're dedicated. They push through. They get creative, considering they should be last every year. Just look at last season alone. Every team in the conference said they hated playing the Sens. They're the toughest in terms of, trying to beat them. Even though they lose, I get that. I understand. But they are the most dedicated. I don't think they want to lose, and they keep trying, forcing it, if you will.
Well, they're in Hufflepuff for me because they're pushovers. All right, next. Just get that one out of there. All right. So yeah, that's what I think of Ottawa.
You do realize we're going to have a lot of people who are like sorted into Hufflepuff being like, Jeremy, we need a word. We need to fucking talk right
I've
now.
been hardened by these anti-vaxxers. Come at me. All right.
Oh, before we move on, what houses are we all in?
Oh, yeah, good.
I took the test.
Ravenclaw.
I was in Gryffindor, but I identify more with Ravenclaw.
Oh, then you're Gryffindor.
Oh,
I'm Ravenclaw.
what about you? Okay, I'm a Slytherin.
What? We're all different houses? That's cute.
Yeah.
I love it. I wasn't happy at first because I wanted to be Slytherin, but I'm very happy now. I'm very, very happy. I've got a lot of Ravenclaw items in my house.
Oh, okay. I'm just a badass bitch, so.
I'm a brave boy.
You're a brave boy.
Brave boy.
All right, so now you know our house. Let's move on to...
I was going to go New Boys on the Block in Seattle.
Ooh, yes.
So I put them in Gryffindor.
Interesting.
Play.
They're a brave new world is what I went with. I can't even speak.
All right, Aldous Huxley.
All right.
Take a seat.
All right. Leave me alone. Okay. Yeah, brave new world for Seattle. That's the only thing I could go on with them.
Okay.
So Channelle.
Yeah, I put them in Ravenclaw because I do think they're going to be forced to be creative, and they're definitely going to be curious.
They definitely took a different turn with the entry draft. So maybe they're being a bit clever, or maybe even too clever. We'll see.
Well, and also just alone, Ravenclaws are generally highly curious about the world around them, and they're always asking questions to expand their understanding. Therefore, in my opinion, that will be inevitably the Seattle Kraken until maybe we sort them later.
And how about you, Molly?
I have said that they're from Durmstrang.
They're sorry, what?
Sorry, what?
They're an exchange school. They haven't been sorted yet.
Oh,
okay.
They're younger.
So you have taken painkillers. All right, cool.
You watched the fourth Harry Potter film?
Yeah, there are other schools.
There are other schools.
I know.
Sure. And ding, ding, ding.
So you had a bit of a wild pitch on that one, Molly. So they are an exchange student in our list for you.
Yeah,
fair. She's thinking outside of the box, which is interesting. You should be Ravenclaw, but okay.
Yeah. All right. So next, the Carolina Hurricanes.
Ooh.
So
where did I put Canes?
I put them in Ravenclaw.
Same.
Yeah.
Yay.
How about you, Molly?
I put them in Gryffindor.
Oh.
Ooh.
But it was a toss-up between Ravenclaw and Gryffindor, but then they did that stupid free agency move, so I was like, yeah, that seems like a real brave, stupid thing to do.
That's why I put them in Ravenclaw, because I thought they're trying to be too clever.
Yeah.
That's why I put them in Gryffindor.
Okay.
Same reason, different outcome.
Yeah.
What about you, Shanu?
Yeah, I personally think they scream Ravenclaw. I think they're an intelligent group and they're close to winning the cup. And they are very individual, if that makes sense. They're different than the other teams, in my opinion.
They're not like other girls.
They're a pick-me girl. Like
I got personality.
It's true. All right, that's it, pretty much.
Okay, number 8, Arizona Coyotes.
Coyotes.
The Yotes.
The Coyotes.
However you want to say the name. I've put them in Hufflepuff.
Arizona.
Hufflepuff for you, Jeremy?
Hufflepuff for me. They're just being pushed around in these salary cap trades. So there you go. How about you, Shanu?
Actually, this is a good one. I put them in Ravenclaw for exactly what you said, Jeremy.
I can see it. Fair enough.
I think they're getting really clever, and I have a feeling they're going to come out on top bigger than we think. I think they're trying to change completely in a creative, outside of the box way. Therefore, I think they're Ravenclaw.
See, they have to prove me wrong on that one. I've seen this too often.
That's fair.
Yeah. How about you, Molly?
So I put them in Ravenclaw 2 because I agree with you, Channelle. I think they're cooking up something.
Yes.
They're in the kitchen cooking up something, but they're not giving too much away.
They aren't. So I understand why Jeremy would be apprehensive. So we will have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I mean,
even if they're doing too great, but
I was gonna say though, even if they do flounder and it's not good, they still got creative, even if it didn't work. And Ravenclaws tend to try a lot of different things.
Yeah, I'll give them credit for trying it, but again, prove me wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Next up, the New York Islanders, the fishermen. How do we see the fishermen?
Oh man, this one hurt me.
Okay, so I'm not one to follow the Islanders too much, so I had to have a quizzical think of them, because the thing is, I kind of I gave myself 5 seconds to think of the team, think of their qualities, and be like, bam, House. Islanders.
That's a good way of doing it.
Nothing. No thoughts. Not even ABCs. Nothing. And I was like, what are they being good? Brain? There is nothing there. Just cotton wool and flies. So I've just kind of put a question mark next to them. But I have sorted out their qualities.
Nice.
So they're not in the spotlight.
No.
But they're up and coming. They're not necessarily an old team, so they don't give you that nice warm fuzzy feeling. But I wouldn't say they're smart.
Okay.
But they've had some good players. So who are they?
She's still figuring it out.
I was about to say, this is way more thought than I put into any of them.
Yeah. I've used at least two brain cells for this team. And the thing is I know some players who've been on that team who've played for the Avs as well, and I've been like, they're really good. So I don't know. I don't think they're clever enough to be Ravenclaw, but they're not.
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
Channelle, what do you think?
I didn't have to think too hard. I put them in Gryffindor. I'm not a fan of them, obviously. Fans specifically.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of strong players. I think they've also had a comeback story multiple times, especially with Barry Trotz.
Yeah.
So that's why I put them in Gryffindor, really.
I put them in Gryffindor too, specifically for those postseason charges they've done. It was the first thing that came to mind. It was the first sort of house that came to mind. It was just like, they're Gryffindor, no questions asked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You finally got agreement across the board.
Woo! They're not smart enough to be Ravenclaw, but they're good boys.
Yeah, they are good boys. It's true.
Yeah.
It is. We'll have to listen back and see how many we've agreed completely on, and those are for sure their houses. There's no other.
Oh, that's the only one so far.
No, there was one more, but I forget already. No?
Nope.
Okay, never mind then. I thought the Sabres were all Hufflepuffs.
No, I put Sabres in Gryffindor.
Never mind.
I've been highlighting each of these teams and differentiating colours for agreement, and it's only.
I love that. Never mind. Forget me. Next team.
Molly's own Colorado Avalanche. So we'll go to her first. Where have you put the Avalanche?
I put them in Ravenclaw because they play smart this season. Before they played real dumb. So before this season, they were Gryffindor because they did some bold ass fucking moves which did not pay off all the time. But now they're playing smarter. So they're now Ravenclaw.
Well, I put them in Gryffindor for the reasons you just said. So
same.
Yeah, there you go.
Same. Literally same.
You may know them better than us, though. So there's maybe rhyme and reason to the Ravenclaw. But yeah, I think of Avalanche. I think good, steady organization. Not much more.
Good boys, pups,
good boys, brave boys.
Yeah, brave, and the bravery is huge.
Great hair.
Great hair.
We can all agree on that one.
Yes.
Fantastic hair.
There you go. So that's fair. That seems like fair. All right.
Next, going north of the border again, Montreal Canadiens.
They're assholes. Slytherin.
Slytherin.
I put them in Ravenclaw, but okay.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just on their ability to get to the final, honestly.
That's where I put Carey Price.
Move.
Okay.
I'll put Carey Price in Gryffindor because he's a good boy.
Okay. Why, Jeremy? Why Ravenclaw? Because of that?
Just because of that. As you know, I don't know the houses that well, but they're smart to get there, I suppose, if that's the main thing we're focusing on.
Don't think they're smart, but okay.
Well, there you go. I don't know much. They had to go. It was one of those ones that had to go somewhere, right?
Slytherin.
They ended up in Ravenclaw.
Slytherin.
Yeah, they just from that first round of playing against the Leafs, that one game alone where it was just kind of like, we're just going to kill everyone on the ice.
Yeah.
We're going to fight everyone. They're totally Slytherin. I'm sorry.
And they've won all the cups. They've won all the cups. Yeah. And literally in the book, Slytherin has won basically every cup.
All the cups. Yeah.
And besides that, the management is also garbage with the Logan Mailloux thing. So Slytherin for me, man.
You're convincing me, but I refuse to move any based on anyone else. So.
Oh my God! Normalize changing opinions, people.
I do change opinions, but not when it comes to something I know nothing about.
Wait, doesn't that make you want to change it more?
Yeah, I know that's a joke.
And we're getting
I know
sassy.
nothing about this, but I'm sticking with my reasons.
Exactly. All right.
You're an anti-vaxxer.
No. Pittsburgh. Let's get out of this one quickly.
Gryffindor. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I put Gryffindor.
I put Ravenclaw again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
I
know, it just felt right. There you go.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
All right. Well, I have reason. I put them in Hufflepuff and was like, that doesn't sit right, so I put them in Gryffindor. They've won cups. They try hard. They're bold.
They have a lot of people who kids look up to.
Yeah. A lot of people look up to them. They're a very popular kind of like, well, Crosby.
One of the most popular teams in the league, hands down.
Yeah.
That's sure. Why. All right.
Good reasons. Yes.
Good reasons.
Next.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
I know.
All right. Calgary. Where's Calgary being placed? Channelle.
Slytherin.
Oh, okay.
Slytherin.
Is that because of?
Yes.
Okay.
The Kachuk brothers?
Yeah.
No? Yes, that's what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Because totally, absolutely. Them alone, they overpower the team. It makes it hard to concentrate on anyone else other than them. And they're little shits, really. And think about the rivalry between the Flames and the Oilers. The Oilers seem like really good boys, and then they're forced to be stuck in this rivalry with the team that's going to beat them up.
I put them in Gryffindor. Now, hear me out.
Okay.
Solely based on when they did that line brawl against Tortini.
Columbus?
Was it while he was Columbus, or was he still at Vancouver at that point?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Anyway, I think it was Vancouver. Either way, whatever team it was at, just for that, fair enough. Brave boys. I'll put you in. That's still in my mind. So Gryffindor for you.
It's a history choice, people.
There we go. All right.
Molly. Slytherin? Yes.
Yeah. There's Cowboys, and there's a snake in my boot.
Ooh.
That's fair. There you go. That makes sense. Easy. Everyone gets that, right?
Yeah. All right. Boston.
Come on.
Fuck Boston.
I think this is our second agreement.
Slytherin?
1, 2, 3. Boston Bruins!
So we all put them in Slytherin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we did.
Yeah, cool. Second agreement on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
we don't need reasons.
Most of this audience, we know our audience. They're all, most of them are Toronto fans, I would say.
Patrick, if you're listening, so sorry. The Boston Bruins, I respect them, but boy, are they sassy.
Yeah, I feel like I went against the grain with the Penguins and the Flames here. I felt I couldn't do anything but put Boston and Slytherin here.
Yeah. At least we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we know why.
All right. So for this episode, we've got 3 more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make them good. Philadelphia. Oh, sometimes forgotten, I would say, for such a story franchise. But where would you put them, Molly?
Okay, for Philly, I've split it into two.
Oh my God, me too.
Because you have Philly.
I don't know if I agree with this.
And you have Gritty.
Oh.
Okay, maybe split for different reasons.
So Philly, I've put in Gryffindor.
Okay.
Just because of, the players that have come back from hardships, fighting, strong.
Oh, yes.
So they're definitely Gryffindors. They seem to have that kind of caliber player that, they'll get cancer, but they'll come back fighting, literally.
Wow. Yeah.
But Gritty is chaotic evil, and I honestly don't know what to do with him. I wanted to put him in Slytherin, but that's too good for him. He's just straight up a Dementor. He should be in Azkaban. I'm sorry.
All right.
Let's tag Gritty.
Do it tomorrow for sure. All right. So, Channelle, do you agree? Do you agree on the split? Or have you done something different?
I was struggling to fit them in between Ravenclaw and Slytherin.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have two kinds of histories. Kind of one similar to what Molly was saying. They have adversity. They have to fight hard.
Yeah.
In that case, I probably would change my idea from Ravenclaw to Gryffindor. Now, the reason for Slytherin, though, is because they have a history of being brutal.
Mm-hmm.
They like to make people bleed.
Yeah.
So I think that's
the color red.
The color red. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I've put from Slytherin too for A, that reason, and B, I really don't like the team. I never have. It's really annoyed me. I've always found their logo and their sort of whole design get up to be one of appealing to me, one of the most appealing ones.
Oh, okay.
But
yes.
I could never support a Philadelphia team. Sorry.
You hear that, Flyers?
But it's better than
I
what I think about the state of
Flyers.
Minnesota. So
I love the Flyers.
You're not the worst in my opinion.
Hey now.
Hey now, we all know my thoughts about Minnesota.
Sheesh.
All right, our penultimate selection for this episode, the Washington Capitals. Might be a bit of a divisive one on this one.
This freaking team, man.
This team. What Molly just said.
This freaking team.
Where'd you put him, Molly?
Yeah.
I put them in Slytherin.
Okay. So did I.
Oh, I put them in Ravenclaw.
They go for the cup. They go for the cup.
They
don't care who they hurt.
They have one cup.
And then they've got freaking... I said they go for the cup.
Oh,
and they're but we're going to get the cup because we've got Ovechkin. I'm like... And?
Okay. Yeah.
I put them in Ravenclaw.
Oh, okay.
Purely because I forgot about Tom Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And...
How can you forget about Tom Wilson?
They also want shush. And also they were one of the last ones, and I had to put them somewhere, and they just fell into Ravenclaw. It's like the sorting hat doesn't make sense sometimes, It's just
sometimes it doesn't. Maybe they really thought they wanted to be in Ravenclaw, therefore they were.
They really,
not
really
Slytherin.
hard.
Not Slytherin.
Not Slytherin.
It's the first time it worked in sorting out history for the Capitals. I'm sorry I let the team down.
Wow, yeah, they're Slytherin. They're snaky.
Yeah.
Even Ovechkin's a little butthead.
Hey, leave it out.
He's a little butthead.
I watched him play Carolina. That's my team is. So I didn't like the way they treated them. But anyway.
So, the last one for this episode, because we'll split this one into 2 episodes because it's gone long already.
Mm-hmm.
Soz.
The New York Rangers.
Oh, come on, Jeremy.
Fuck. Really?
What?
Where do you think?
I'm scared to answer now.
No, they're Slytherin people.
No.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
In my opinion.
Just moved to the Rangers? Jeremy. Who?
There's been a lot going on.
Does he not know Channelle?
Who is in the Rangers now, Molly?
Ryan Reeves.
Yeah, but
freaking.
This is the whole reason, right? This is the whole reason.
Now.
This is the reason they're in Hufflepuff, right? They let Washington get into their fucking heads, right? They are pushovers. They are weak. They tried to take Tom Wilson out on the end of the regular season. He won every fight. They can't do anything. They got into their heads, And I'm not backing down from this one.
But for me,
I'm
it's more
pretty
history.
sure.
I mean, if we were putting players into things, then Ryan Reed would be in Slytherin. But
But the Rangers keep picking up shitty players. D'Angelo.
Exactly. They're dumb.
They're dumb.
Reeves. No, the Rangers would not make me a nice hot chocolate, would they? No, they'd probably throw it in my face.
They're in the bad side of Hufflepuff, okay?
What bad side of Hufflepuff?
Oh, I'm in Hufflepuff, okay.
All right, this was a good one to end on for sure then. Here I am.
Right.
More painkillers for that. Giving me a bloody headache.
For me, it's history, okay? They were just very brutal. They're another one of the bruisers, kind of like Philly.
I can get on board with that, but I'm steadfast in my decision on this
There
one.
you have it, y'all. We had a little argument near the end. It was cute.
That's fun. Right, we'll end it there for this week, but we'll be right back next week with
The rest.
I think, I was about to say it divides really nicely into 16, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll be here with the last 16 next week. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Let us know on Twitter at ThisHockeyPod what you think. If you definitely agree with my New York statement. And Molly's just chatting shit, isn't she? Anyway, Molly, where can we find you on Twitter?
So fucking fight you, mate. Fucking fight you.
But I better watch out, mate.
Oh, fucking fight you.
Where can we find you on Twitter to have a little bit of a fight? Where can we find you?
You can find me at Twitter. Just at Twitter. You just type in Molly and
Jack
this
Dorsey, move out the way.
Yeah. It's just _Molly. Come find me, come fight me. I will make you cry. You're welcome.
Slytherin.
You can come and agree with me and discuss how bad Molly's takes are at Jaywalker Media. Channelle, where can we find the peaceful land of Twitter?
I'm just a Ravenclaw here, just in the middle. You can find me at Channelle LV on Twitter.
Lovely. All right. We'll end this animosity with a nice ending, and we wish you a lovely week.
Yes.
Hope you're enjoying this off-season content. There's obviously not much goes on in August in the land of ice hockey, so we hope this is suffice for your content needs. But we'll love you and leave you. Have a good week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Listening to a hockey podcast where we talk about ice hockey and stuff. Yeah. Woo.